What's up everyone, Kawaii here to tell you guys about the summer 2022 anime I'll be watching. Now for those of you who haven't seen me do this before, I am not one of those YouTubers who goes on my anime list or live chart and talks about every single anime on the list. What I do is I only talk about the anime I'll be watching. I already picked out the anime I'm going to watch beforehand. This video just me telling you guys what I'll be watching, reading the synopsis for each series, giving my overall first impressions on each series, and tell you guys why I'll be watching them. And boy guys, I have picked quite a few shows this season. I have picked, I think, about 14 shows for the summer season, so yeah, a lot. So without further ado, let's just get on to it. So, as usual, I'm going to start off with the season 2s, the season 3s, the prequels, the sequels I'm going to be watching, and there is a total of 4 prequels, no prequels, but sequels that I'm going to be watching in the summer season. So let's start off with the most surprising, the most exciting, probably the most hyped sequel of the summer 2022 season, and probably the most hyped anime for the entire season. I of course am talking about Devil is a Part-Timer season 2. Oh my god, this has been what, 7 years in the making? Maybe I think longer than that actually. It's been a long time. I'm still blown away that we're actually getting a season 2 of Devil as a Part-Timer. I mean, yeah, I know it was announced some time ago, and I did a video on it, but still, it's just so crazy to me because the anime community has been begging for a season 2 of this series for so long, for years after season 1 aired. And for a while, I mean, me and I'm sure a lot of other people, we thought it was never going to come. We thought it was never going to happen. But the anime industry has proved us wrong a few months ago, and we are now getting it. And it's coming out next season, man. Oh my god, it's so crazy. I definitely enjoyed I definitely enjoyed season 1. I'm not sure if I would put it as like my favorite like comedy series of all time or anything like that, but I definitely did enjoy it, and I definitely will be looking forward to season 2, because I mean, this is like history in the making right here. Like, this is a series that I'm sure nobody would thought it was gonna happen, considering how long it's been since season 1 aired. So I mean, yeah, I wouldn't say I'm like a huge fan. I wouldn't say I'm like a fanatic of Devil as a Part-Timer, but still, I'm very excited to see what season 2 has to offer. I mean, and I have to check it out. Also, guys, stick around till the end of the video, because that's when I'll be telling you guys what exactly I'll be reacting to next season. So yeah, I forgot to mention that during the intro, but I'll tell you guys right now. So anyways, let's continue on with the list. So the second sequel that I'll be watching next season, the summer season, is of course Overlord season 4. That's right. I have watched the previous 3 seasons. In fact, I have reacted to season 3, which of Overlord, which you can also check out. It is on my channel, so yeah, if you haven't seen those, then feel free to search for them and check them out when you have the time. So yeah, Overlord season 4. This is another series that I didn't really think was gonna happen. I didn't really think Overlord was gonna get another season, considering the noticeable downgrade in quality that season 3 had. But I am still surprised. I still am glad that Overlord is getting a season 4, because after all, I definitely enjoyed the Overlord series. I enjoyed the previous 3 seasons, despite season 3 having its mishaps. I definitely will be looking forward to Overlord season 4. So yeah, definitely surprised this is getting season 4, but however, I don't find it as, obviously not as surprising as, say, Devil is a Part-Timer, that's for sure. But still, I think it is great that Overlord is getting season 4, and I will be looking forward to it considerably. Next up on the list is the next installment in Made in Abyss. Made in Abyss. I'm not even gonna try and pronounce Japanese today. Made in Abyss, the Golden City of the Scorching Sun. So apparently, apparently this is not really considered a season 2, but this is more like, apparently this takes place after the third Made in Abyss movie. So yeah, not directly after season 1, but it takes place after the third Made in Abyss movie. Which reminds me, I definitely need to catch up to those Made in Abyss movies because I have not seen a single one. In fact, I didn't even know there was 3 movies. God damn. So yeah, we probably have to watch all 3 movies before we watch this. Hell, I'm not sure if I would even consider this a season 2 or a season 3. What do I consider this? Is this a considered season 2, or I guess this is like the same deal as like what they did with the Entertainment District or Demon Slayer. It's kind of like its own thing. Like it's like it is the next arc, but it's not exactly. I mean, it could be. It is considered season 2 if you lump it with the Mugen Train. With Mugen Train, but yeah, for the most part, I feel like this is like pretty much its own thing. So, but nevertheless, I will be looking forward to more Made in Abyss because I definitely enjoyed season 1. And then the last sequel on the list will be also a series that I never thought would get a season 2. I never in a million years would have thought I'd gotten season 2. This and Devil's a Part-Timer are probably the 2 most surprising shows this season that have gotten season 2. I, of course, am referring to Classroom of the Elite season 2. I will be definitely watching this, and yeah, I never thought this was going to get a season 2 because I'm sure many of us have heard that the Blu-ray sales for season 1 was tanked. It was awful. And I'm still blown away. Like I still don't know why exactly this has season 2, because I thought like anime production companies and like the anime industry, I thought they cared pretty deeply when it comes to these types of sales, like Blu-ray sales. So yeah, to see this getting a season 2 despite its tanked Blu-ray sales, it's mind-blowing to me, I must say. I mean, I guess it's because like the source material, the light novels, still have like a lot of fans, so I guess maybe that's why it's got a season 2, but still, it's very surprising to me. I did react to season 1 back in my old channel. Back in my now terminated for, holy shit, almost 4, oh wait, yeah, it's been like 4 years. Terminated for 4 years, old reaction channel. And so, yeah, and I remember I did enjoy it. It wasn't like my favorite series of like 2018, 2019. Yeah, I think it aired. No, I think it was 2017 actually. Yeah, I think it was like 2017, which is when Classroom of the Elite aired, season 1 aired. So yeah, it's been a long time. It's been 5 years. So yeah, I did like I said, not my favorite, like my all-time favorite series of 2017, but I remember I did enjoy it. I remember my best girl being Suzume. So yeah, that's definitely one of the reasons why I'm looking forward to Classroom of the Elite season 2. More Suzume, more my girl Suzume. But yeah, definitely surprising this getting season 2, and I will definitely watch this. So yeah, that is pretty much all of the season 2s, the sequels that I'm going to be watching in the summer season. So let's move on to the season 1s. Next up on the list, or I guess first up on the list, is this new vampire series called Call of the Night. Yes, 21 I'm sure some of you guys know this, but 21 was the year of the vampire series, considering the fact that we got shows like Mars Red, Vanitas, that one, I think it was called like Suki Laika, that one series about the vampire girl wanting to go up to space. Yeah, we got a lot of vampire shows last year, so yeah, it looks like they're kind of making a return this year with Call of the Night. So, Ko Yamori seems like a typical middle school student on the surface. Though relatively good at studies and amiable with his classmates, he puts a lot of effort into maintaining this facade. One day, however, he decides to stop pretending and quit school, developing insomnia as a result of having no daytime outlet for his energy. When taking walks alone at night, he feels marginally better, though he is aware that his inability to sleep should be considered a serious problem. On one such walk, Ko meets a weird girl, Nazuna Nanakusa, who diagnoses the cause of his sleeplessness. Despite making changes in his life, he is still holding himself back from experiencing true freedom. She says that he won't be able to sleep unless he is satisfied with how he spends his waking hours. When it appears that she has resolved his current worries, Nazuna invites him back to her apartment to share her futon. After a while, unaware that he is only feigning unconsciousness, she leans over him and bites his neck. So yeah, I did watch the PV for this, and honestly, it looks beautiful actually. I really do like the visuals for this series. I think they look absolutely beautiful. Which is kind of shocking from Liden Films, considering the fact that they're not exactly like on like the same level as say KyoAni or PA Works or something like that. They're not known for their beautiful visuals. So to see them to see them like make a series like this, it's definitely surprising. But still, I will be definitely giving this a shot because I have enjoyed the previous vampire shows that I have watched. I mean, they're not the best thing ever, but I did enjoy the previous vampire shows that I have watched. So yeah, I'm interested in seeing how this one differs from the others. Also, another reason I'm watching this is because the main girl is pretty cute. So yeah, always a plus. Always a plus. After all, she did take off her jacket in the PV, and it showed her showing a lot of skin. So yeah, like I said, that's always a plus. So yeah, Call of the Night. We'll be looking forward to that. Next up on the list is Isekai Mekyu de Harem wo, aka a harem in a fantasy world labyrinth. Struggling with life and society, high school student Michio Kaga wanders around the internet and lands on an odd website. The website, featuring a number of questions and a point-based system, allows one to create skills and abilities for a character. Upon completing his character, Kaga was transported to a game-like fantasy world and reborn as a strong man who can claim idol-level girls. This begins the cheat and harem legend of a reborn man. It's been so long. It's been a really long time since I've seen a harem series. I know there was one fairly recently that also took place in like an isekai fantasy world. I remember when that season came out. When I did a video for that season, whatever season it was like, I think it was like either last year or two, but I even forgot the name. It also had like a blonde like main heroine as well. But anyways, I did say I was gonna watch that series, but I never got around to it. So yeah, I think I do at least plan on getting around to watching this series, but mainly because, like I said, it's been a long time since I've watched a harem series. I think the last harem series that I watched, the last seasonal harem series I watched was Val X Love, and that was and I watched the first episode of that, and I just did not like it at all. So I'm really hoping this will be at least somewhat better than that. So yeah, next new seasonal harem series. Let's see what it's all about. Next up on the list is this series, which sadly does not have an English name on Mal. Kinso no Vermeil. This fucking long ass title. I'm just gonna call it Vermeil. Royal Ortegia Magic Academy. Alto. On the verge of failing this summoning magic class and having to repeat the year, stumbles upon a grimoire and draws a magic circle, summoning the sealed demon Vermeil and making her his familiar. She has been a feared devil since ancient times and possesses tremendous power to cause disasters. Vermeil, as a familiar, necessitates magical energy on a daily basis, which she attains from Alto via passionate kisses. Lilia, Alto's childhood friend, grows envious of their relationship, while the students are also taken aback by the unprecedented familiar. The royal road fantasy of a magician on the edge of failure and an unhealthy devil sister begins. Okay, well, I did watch the PV for this, and it's it's quite spicy. It did reveal a kiss between the main two protagonists, so yeah, that's probably one of the biggest reasons why I'm gonna be watching this show, is because of Vermeil and those rather evidently spicy moments. And of course, Vermeil herself doesn't look all that bad, so yeah, I will definitely be looking forward to Vermeil. Next up on the list is Isekai Oji-san. 17 years ago, Takafumi's uncle fell into a coma, but now he's back like a man risen from his grave. Soon, Takafumi discovers two bizarre things. His uncle treasures video games above all else, and while comatose, he was actually transported to another world as some heroic guardian. Now, not only does Takafumi have to room with an uncle who is literally magical, he also has to catch the guy up on 2 decades of history: smartphones, high-speed internet, modern anime tropes, and the traumatic outcome of the 90s console war. So yeah, now I'm one of those people that thinks that the isekai genre is pretty oversaturated, which is why I skipped a lot of the isekai shows airing this season, because honestly they just don't appear all that interesting to me. However, there are a few exceptions. For example, the harem one I just mentioned, and Isekai Oji-san. I did watch PV for this, and honestly, it looks hilarious. The uncle looks like this very eccentric yet hilarious character. And it seems like there's going to be some good pop culture references as well. I mean, yes, it's going to be focused on like the 90s, like the 90s console war and all that, which I don't know too much about. All I do know is that I'm pretty sure Nintendo won that. But there also will be, on the other hand, there also will be some modern pop culture references as well, as evident by the fact that they reference smartphones and high-speed internet in the synopsis, which we obviously are all too familiar with. So yeah, I will be definitely looking forward to this. Also, I think what also makes this series interesting to me is that it seems like it's going to be focused on, like, it's going to spend a good amount of time focusing on both his, like, isekai life and his modern and his real world life. I say real world because obviously, work of fiction. So yeah, I don't recall that many isekai shows actually doing that. So yeah, that's also what got me interested, and those are probably the reasons why I'll be checking out Isekai Oji-san. Next up on the list is this series. The maid I hired recently is mysterious. My recently hired maid is suspicious. The beautiful maid Lilith has recently been hired to care for the whims of her employer's son, Yuri. However, Yuri's overzealous skepticism of her every action keeps him on edge, as he suspects devious mischief being plotted behind his back. Despite his paranoia, Lilith grows fond of Yuri, and often teases him as a way to further their bonding. Saikin Yatota Maid ga Ayashi revolves around the relationship between the cautious Yuri and his wonderful, charming maid in this day-to-day oddball romantic comedy. So I remember when I first read the synopsis and watched the PV for this series, the first thing that came to my mind was, this sounds awfully like what the fuck am I, British? This sounds awfully like the Duke of Death and his maid, Shinigami Bochan, that aired last year. And I enjoyed the hell out of that series. It's definitely one of my favorite romance shows of 2021. So that's probably one of the main reasons why I've decided to watch this show, is because of how similar it sounds, and I'm definitely interested in seeing how it compares to Shinigami Bochan, and also because Lilith, she doesn't look too bad herself, and also Yuri, the Shota, is voiced by Saori Hayami, and I don't hear Saori Hayami voicing a lot of Shota characters, so yeah. Honestly, I want to see how she handles this character. I mean, we did hear her speak in the PV, but I want to know more. So yeah, next up on the list is Hoshi no Samidare. English name is Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer. One day, college student Yuhi Amamiya is approached by talking lizard Sir Noi Chrysant. Chrysant immediately launches into a fantastical story. The powerful mage, Animus, intends to destroy the Earth with his biscuit hammer, a huge contraption looming high into Earth's orbit. Earth's only hope lies with the princess and her beast knights, whose task is to protect the princess and defeat Animus. Yuhi is chosen as the lizard beast knight, and despite his misgivings, is quickly forced to defend himself from a golem created by the mage. He is saved by his neighbor, the princess Asahina Samidare, and swears loyalty to her. However, the princess does not intend to save the Earth at all. She lets Yuhi in on her real motivations to prevent Animus from destroying the Earth, only to then annihilate the planet by her own hand. The pair continue to fight off attacks by Animus golems, while the remaining Beast Knights are slowly being gathered and learning to use their powers. But Yuhi will have to decide for himself whether to go along with Asahina's plans, whom he is getting close to, or to save the Earth. In the process, he must also confront his true self in determining where his loyalties truly lie. So, I gotta be honest. The PV, it does sound interesting to me, but I am also very concerned with the series because my main concern with the series is that there's a lot of information in the synopsis. Just the synopsis alone. It's very like lore based. It seems like there's gonna be a lot of lore elements to it. And there's gonna be like different like messages and motivations behind the characters. And I just don't know if it's gonna pull it off well. I'm definitely concerned, like, because I feel like with shows with too many like messages and themes and all that, not a lot of them are able to pull it off well. Not a lot of them are able to pull it off without seeming like a convoluted or rushed mess. I'm hoping this series won't turn out to be that way. But then again, I don't think I'll be surprised if it does turn out that way. But I'll check it out anyways, because the synopsis sounds interesting enough, and I think it could make for an interesting story, considering the fact that it seems like we have this main character who has to figure out along the way like who he wants to fight for and trying to find out who he really is. So I think that could be I think that could be interesting and entertaining in its own right. Of course, if done well. But, nevertheless, I'll give it a shot. Next up on the list, Kuro no Shokanshi. Black Summoner, the Berserker rises to greatness. Waking up in a strange new place with no memory of his past life, Kelvin learns that he's bartered away those very memories in exchange for powerful new abilities during his recent transmigration. Heading out into a whole new world as a summoner, with his first follower being the very goddess who brought him over. Kelvin begins his new life as an adventurer, and it isn't long before he discovers his hidden disposition as a battle junkie. From the Black Knight of the ancient castle of evil spirits to the demon within the hidden cave of the sage, he revels in the fight against one formidable foe after another. Join this overpowered adventure in an exhilarating and epic saga as he and his allies carve their way into the annals of history. The annals of history. So this is another, I guess, isekai type series that I think is an exception to the rule, to my belief that isekais have become a little oversaturated. What interests me about this series is probably because it definitely seems like very action based. We have this main character who just like he just wants nothing but to fight. He thrives on violence. And I don't think we get a lot of those isekai main characters, isekai protagonists. I mean, yeah, we do get, all the time, isekai protagonists with powerful abilities. I know that, but not a lot of them, like, enjoy fighting. Not a lot of them, like, revel in, like, battle. Not all of them are like battle fanatics. So yeah, that's what interests me about this series, and I'm definitely interested in seeing how much action is going to go into the series and what the action is going to look like. Next up on the list is Licorice Recoil, a Japanese cafe in Tokyo serving delicious coffee, super sweet treats, and more. From making local deliveries to chaperoning to getting rid of zombies and even fighting a giant monster. Whatever the problem, stop by for a consultation. No matter the order, leave it to us. So, yeah, I have watched the PV for this, and the PV and the synopsis alone, like, oh my god, this series definitely sounds very interesting. Mainly because, like, I mean, yeah, it sounds like, it kind of sounds like one of those, like, cute girls doing cute things type shows. I mean, if it was just about, like, a bunch of cute girls, like, going around solving problems, I probably wouldn't give it too much thought. But what drew my attention was a few things. One of them being, like, the mentions of, like, fighting off zombies and giant monsters. And the other was that the PV at first showed us like the characters. The PV showed the characters at first like doing normal things like doing deliveries and all that, chaperoning. But then later on in the PV, it shows them loading guns and firing them. So yeah. I mean, cute girls doing cute things and firing guns. That's definitely piqued my interest. So, yeah, I'll be giving this a shot. And then next up on the list, this is probably one of my most anticipated season 1s of the summer season. The series I'm talking about is Buchigire. In an era where samurai ruled Japan, the Shinsengumi have been wiped out by an unknown attacker, leaving one survivor. 7 criminals are chosen as doubles for the Shinsengumi. To protect the security of Kyoto, a top-secret replacement operation is executed. Now, I know the synopsis sounds very bare bones, but I did watch Pete for this, on live chart, and I love the art style. It has a pretty unique art style to it. So yeah, that's probably one of the reasons why I'm watching this show. I'm excited for this show. The unique art style, and also the characters. It seems to have this like very colorful, like yet likable group of characters to it. And like it's probably, I'm guessing it's gonna be filled with like all tons of like action, like quirky characters and comedy as well. Honestly, it just looks like a very enjoyable series. I mean, it kind of reminds me of Appare Ranman, where, considering the fact that it has like a colorful cast of characters with like these crazy hairstyles and character designs, and they all have different personalities, and they all seem very likable in their own right. So it also seems pretty action-packed as well. So yeah, overall, this just looks like a very interesting series. And if you guys haven't seen the PV for this, I do recommend checking the PV out on Live Chart, because it definitely looks interesting, to me at least. And I think, oh yeah, this is probably the last show on the list. That is Yurei Deco. The story begins when Barry, an average girl from an average home, meets Hack, a girl who looks like a boy. Charmed by Hack, Barry meets up with the team Hack leads, the Ghost Detectives Club. Members of this club are socially dead, working invisibly within the digitally controlled society of Tom Sawyer. As she works with the group, Barry learns about Zero, a mysterious figure who lurks within Tom Sawyer's underground. She and Hack decide to chase down this figure, and in time, the truth behind the city is revealed. So, this is an anime original, and the main reason why I'm checking out this show is also because of the art style. It has a very colorful art style to it. It's not the same. I know I said the same thing about Buchigiri, but Buchigiri has like a more, like, it has like softer color palettes to it. It has like more of a softer art style to it. This art style is probably the complete opposite of that. The art style for this show is very colorful. There's a lot of bright colors to it. A lot of, yeah, there's just a lot of like the whole show is like fucking like a bowl of Lucky Charms. It looks like a bowl of Lucky Charms. Like all these bright colors and rainbows and shit. But it's also very unique in a way, so yeah, that's probably two biggest reasons why I'm watching it: the art style and the fact it's anime. Also, anime original. Also, the characters look pretty interesting as well. So yeah, I want to see what this anime is all about. I just hope it doesn't disappoint me as the last anime original series that I remember watching, which is Attack on Destiny. I hope it's not like that. Then again, I think Attack on Destiny is the last anime original that I end up watching. So yeah, I hope to God that this isn't like gonna be. I hope to God this isn't gonna like crash and burn like Attack on Destiny. Like, I don't think, was Attack on Destiny? No, wait. Yeah, Attack on Destiny was an original series, and then like the game came after. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, those are pretty much all the shows I'm gonna be reacting to on the summer season. There are some OVAs and ONAs. We got Kakegurui Twin. And we also got the Arifureta OVA, and I think that's. I think is this Is this Shinkai's work? Is this the new Shinkai movie? I don't think it is. Oh, we got movies as well, so yeah, we also got these. So yeah, these are probably the two OVAs that I hope I get around to watching. I know, I mean, I don't often get around to actually watching these OVAs. I was planning on watching the regular Magic High School like Reminiscence arc OVA back in like the winter season, but I still haven't gotten around to to watching that. So yeah, maybe I'll actually get around to watching those 2 OVAs. Maybe I won't. We'll see. But yeah, like I said, that's all the shows I plan on watching for the Summer 22 season. As for what I plan on reacting to, I do plan on reacting to Devil's a Part-Timer. I do plan on reacting to Overlord Season 4. I do plan on reacting to Made in Abyss, and I do plan on reacting to Classroom of the Elite. So basically all the sequels that I plan on watching, I plan on reacting to. As for Season 1 I plan on reacting to, the only Season 1 I plan on that I might react to is Buchigere. However, I'm still kind of like teeter-tottering with that decision, because yeah, I did say I was anticipating this show, but I still don't exactly know what to expect. So and because of that, I don't really know if it will be reaction worthy or if it won't be reaction worthy. But we're just gonna wait and see. I might just like react to the first episode, and then if I deem it reaction worthy, then I'll go ahead and upload the reaction. If I don't deem it reaction worthy, then that reaction will never see the light of day, and I won't plan on reacting to Buchigere. And I think another reason why I'm teeter-tottering with that decision is because I recently got a new job, and I'm dealing with both a job and school right now. And I also kind of want to put some time into like developing other types of content besides live reactions. So maybe like, I think this airs on like a Friday. I'm deciding whether or not I want to react to Buchigere or like spend that Friday on like maybe possibly working on some like different types of content besides live reactions. I don't know. We'll wait and see. I'll get around to I'll cross that bridge when I get there, once the summer season comes. But yeah, other than that, let me know what you guys are hyped for the summer season in the comment section down below. Also, if there's a series that you would like to recommend me that I haven't covered in this video, then yeah, you can feel free to mention that in the comment section down below as well. But yeah, other than that, thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. Subscribe to my channel, follow my Twitter, support my Patreon, links in the description down below. And I will see you guys next time.